Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, April the 19th. Welcome to our leadership development call. My name is Miriam Kareem. So happy to have everybody here so we can learn and grow our businesses from our amazing coaching entourage in the network marketing industry. If you have never been here, if this is your first time, you are in for a treat. So make sure you get your blue pens and your notebook and paper ready to take a lot of notes so that you can really have some tools to leave with from this meeting um, to grow your business. I have a quick trip to the newbie corner, something that I really wanted to talk to you all about what's been going on in my business and how my week has been. So basically, I want to talk about momentum. Um, a lot of people think they need to feel confident before they get started. They feel like I've heard people say, well, I need to make sure I got my printer and I got to have my laptop, and you really don't. They think they need to have the perfect message, the perfect script, the perfect post, the perfect timing, the perfect everything. But what I've been learning, what I have learned, and what I'm actively walking out is this. Momentum builds confidence, not the other way. It's not the other way around. Um, Most people don't fail. And I'm reading from my little notes I have, so that's what I'm doing. But most people don't fail because this doesn't, it's not working. They fail because they spend too much time thinking about working. Raise your hand, just put a hand up if you have just been spending too much time thinking about doing this business or thinking about the perfect post or thinking about what you want to say or thinking about the money you're going to make or thinking about um you know the perfect person that you're going to enroll. But we all done it. And thinking about working, thinking about just everything instead of actually doing the work. We're watching content, saving posts. I'm guilty. Saving posts, taking notes, but not starting conversations. I don't know what it is. It's like a little switch that is turned off, and it's like the biggest fear to start a conversation with somebody that you don't know. But a lot of people are not starting conversations. They're not following up. They're not putting themselves in position to win. And I get it. It's because when you're new, you don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't want to feel pushy. You don't want to be rejected. But this is the real truth about everything. You get better by doing it. You really do, not by waiting. Waiting is just waiting. You get better by doing. And that's with anything, not just network marketing. This week alone, I made a decision to move with intention. I focused on starting conversations, more conversations daily, following up consistently, and just getting into action, more action than I have been the previous week. So, were all my messages perfect? No, they were not. They weren't. Some I went back and deleted them, and it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be messy. I've over I don't know, overthinked, if I'm saying that right. I overthought too much. Probably I did. But I did create results. Yes, I did. Because action is going to create clarity for you. When you start to see what's working and what doesn't work, how people are responding and how they don't respond. And that's something that you can't learn by just sitting on the sidelines. So I have 3 daily non-negotiables. Number one, for everybody, start new conversations. Number two, follow up with people already in your pipeline, people you've already, whether it's been your pipeline, meaning people that you've talked to that's sitting, waiting for another response or whatever. Keep the pipeline going. Keep it fresh. Always don't let the well run dry. Don't let it run dry. Um, and number three, make an invite, whether that's a sample, whether a video or just more information. You could just message You could just message somebody and say, "Hey, I'm giving out free coffee samples this week. It's a a nootropic smart coffee and a metabolism boosting coffee. Would you like a sample of either? Send to you no free. I'll send it to you free of charge." A lot of people are going to say yes. So get your samples ready, but just do something. That's it. That's all you have to do. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it because this business rewards movement, not perfection. Nobody's perfect. Even when you think it's perfect, something's going to mess up. But the thing is, just keep moving. And I'll just leave you with this. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be in motion because the people who move are the people who get paid. Now, I'd like to introduce you all to our teacher tonight, Coach Will Zanders. He is a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing world. Seven-figure earner at Green Organics Company at HBN, and our first six-figure earner at Goldesana. An amazing teacher, always has great information for us to build our businesses and to learn from. So, Coach Will Zanders, are you available, sir?
Miriam, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And thank you to the one and only Coach Marcus Jones for putting this Zoom together. And ladies and gentlemen, although I can't see the chat, do me a favor and show Miriam and Coach Marcus some love in the chat. We would not be able to do what we're doing. We would not be able to grow at the rate we're going. We would not be able to introduce the incredible things that are coming up for you in the next upcoming weeks and months with the Green Organics family of companies, if not for these two individuals. They're very, very humble. They put the work in each and every day, and you see that in the result in their businesses and the number of people's lives that they impact all around the world each and every week. So thank y'all. And I am on the road. I'm traveling home. Had a interesting, World Championships of axe throwing this weekend. Won some, lost some. Did not get the ultimate prize that I wanted, but we did come away with some really, really solid victories. And just the respect of the best axe throwers in the world, and that was a very big deal for me personally. And, we're just going to go back in the lab, work on some things and try it again. And, I had to tell one of my teammates who actually got food poisoning. He is currently, I'm laughing because he can't hear me. One of our excellent teammates, he's a customer in the business. He orders product each and every month. Doesn't build the business, but is a great customer. But he got a hold to some bad fast food. Y'all better watch that fast food. If you got a choice between eating McDonald's or Sonic or something and intermittent fasting, you probably need to go ahead and fast. I'm just letting you know. So he is indisposed at the moment. But I told him that, don't really feel bad that we kind of missed the mark this particular tournament. It's okay. Michael Jordan played basketball in the league for many, many years, and he only won 6 championships. Does that mean Michael Jordan isn't great? Absolutely not. LeBron James has been in the league for close to 20 years. I think he's won maybe 3 or 4 championships. Does that mean that LeBron James was a failure the other 16 years that he played basketball? Absolutely not. Just because you don't achieve the ultimate goal when everybody's competing for the same thing, that's okay. You just get on the horse and you try it again if you still have it on your heart to try it again. So that's a lesson for everybody. And in network marketing as well, there's the ultimate prize. For some people, it's the diamond level rank. For some people, it's $100,000, their first 100,000. For some people, it's $1 million. Whatever it is, the benefit in this business is you can have unlimited number of those prizes. It's not one trophy. Okay, anybody on this call who isn't already can become a 6-figure or a 7-figure earner. There's unlimited numbers of championship trophies, but you do have to fall in love with the work part. You do have to fall in love with the process. If you don't fall in love with the work of network marketing, you're probably not going to win a championship, and other people will. So it's actually easier to succeed here than in professional sports. And this call tonight, for several reasons, is going to be relatively short, but I want it to be very, very, very impactful. And Miriam brought up a great point in talking about confidence and talking about momentum. She brought up an amazing point about knowing the things to do, but sometimes we don't do it. And that really resonated with me. And it's funny because Coach Seymour always says this, Coach Marcus says it, Miriam says it, it's the mastermind principle, even though we do not coordinate with each other about what we're going to teach on that evening, there's almost always some amazing connection that happens. And that's just the spirit moving upon people. So about 2,000 years ago, over 2,000 years ago, there was a Roman poet by the name of Ovid, okay? And he was known for his really sharp insight into human nature. And what Ovid said was, I see the better course and I approve it, but I follow the worse. What does that mean? It means I know what to do. I know that it's the right thing to do, and I'm still not going to do it. In fact, I'll probably do the opposite. Just like when it comes down to talking to people. That's one of the funniest things when I'm talking to people. That's just kind of how it is. Now, even before Ovid, over 2,300, over 2,300 years ago, there was a Greek philosopher by the name of Aristotle. Now, we don't have to go in depth about that, but people know that Aristotle is one of the smartest human beings of all time, you know, in doing what he does over 2,400 years ago, a very long time ago. And Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act. It's not a single act. It's a habit. Okay. Do you have the habit of doing the things daily that you're supposed to do to build a business? If you're in the habit of doing things, he didn't talk about achievement. He said, if you're in the habit of doing things, you are excellent. It's a habit. Are you doing the things every day that you know you need to do to build your business? Are you doing the things every week that you know you need to do every week to build your business? Are you doing the things every month that you know you need to do in order to build your business? Are you doing the things quarterly and annually that you know you need to do to build a business? Are you booked for the event in Dallas, Texas? That's something you need to do every 3 to 6 months, period. Non-negotiable. If you want to be excellent, you develop a habit, according to Aristotle, a habit of doing the things that top runners do. That is being in Dallas, Texas, period. On a monthly basis, are you at 100 CV with the companies? Are you? Because if you're not doing the things, you don't have a monthly habit. You have to have a habit. Just like you have a habit of your phone bill, you have a habit of logging into Facebook each and every day, you have a habit of going to the same gas station every single time you need gas because it's convenient. You have habits about these things. You put on deodorant every day. You brush your teeth every day. Are you building your business? Are you talking to people every day? Because if not, according to Aristotle over 2,300 years ago, you aren't developing excellence. It's not a one-time thing. Okay? It's not a one-time thing. And then you have the Apostle Paul. Now, Apostle Paul was around about 2,000 years ago. So this is not new information as far as human nature. But the Apostle Paul, over 2,000 years ago, and we don't need to give him introduction, you know exactly who that is, okay? Paul said, for the good that I would do, I do not. But the evil that I would not do, that's what I do. And Paul said that in the book of Romans chapter 7. Even the Apostle Paul, not just Aristotle, not just Ovid, but Paul even knew thousands and thousands of years ago, you're not special. I'm not special on this call, okay? We know as human beings, as a group, that there are things that we're supposed to do to get to where we want to go, and we not only don't do them, we'll do the exact opposite, okay? That's exactly human nature in your business. So if what Miriam said really hits you, and you're like, man, I know what to do. I know how to talk to people. I talk to people every day. I've been talking to people since I was 2 years old. I know how to talk to people. I know how to go get what I want. I've been getting what I want since I was 2 years old. But why am I not doing the things that I need to do to build this business? It's human nature, and you have to fight that. I tell you, the wisest people on the planet forever have always said these same things. But let's not stop there. Let me give you some more, okay? Now, this is James. Now, James is arguably my favorite church leader. And this is, again, about 1,900 to 2,000 years ago. All right. James was preaching and teaching before Paul even got converted. Okay. And James, a lot of people don't know James. We'll give you a quick intro. The leader of the early church in Jerusalem. That's James. He's the author of the book of James. This is Jesus's half brother. Okay. James and Jesus had the same biological mother. A lot of people don't know that. So the book's very important. And James said this about 1,900 years ago in the book of James, chapter 4. James says, therefore, to him that knoweth to do good, okay? Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and does not do it, that is sin, okay? Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and does not do it, to him that is sin. Do you know it is a sin, a spiritual crime to know what to do and not do? And if you don't know what to do, and you don't do it, apparently, according to James, that's okay. That's ignorance, and you can learn. Study to show thyself approved. That's the said in Timothy. Okay, but if you know what to do and you don't do it, you're actually sinning. Okay, so it's better for you to just not do the business at all. Don't even try to win. Don't pretend to win. Don't pretend to build the business, because if you're acting like you don't need to build a business and you don't want to build a business and you don't want to be successful, then you don't have to do anything to become successful. But if you're saying out of your mouth that I want to build the business, I want to be great at this business, and you know what to do, you know how to get to events, you know how to get on calls, you know how to talk to people, you know how to post, you know how to message, you know how to get drop cards, you know how to get samples into the marketplace, you know how to use the products and promote the products and use the products so people can see you and talk about your testimonials. You know how to do it. But if you don't do it, this is not me. Okay, I am the last person you need to tell anybody about what's right and wrong. I'm telling you what James said. James said, if you know what to do, that is good to make money for your family in this business. I'm just using this business as an example. He just said good in general. If you know to do good and you don't do that good thing you're supposed to do, that's sin. So for those of you who are not going to build your business and you claim you want to build a business, according to James, you don't even need to be pretending to build a business. At least that way you're not committing a spiritual crime. All right. We won't stop there. Let's do one more. Okay. Now, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, about 1,400 years ago. And for people who don't know, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the founder of Islam, okay, the recipient of the Quran. So just understand that's the basics there. This is what the Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him. This is what he said. Do you order, and this is in, I forget, but this is the quote. Do you order righteousness of the people and forget yourselves? Okay. I'm going to say it again. And this is from the Surah al-Baqarah, okay? The second and chapter, the second one in verse 44, okay? Do you order righteousness of the people and forget yourselves? Insofar as meaning, are you telling people what to do? Do you know righteousness and the right things to do to the point where you can teach it? Do you order the righteousness of the people and forget yourselves while you recite the scripture? Then will you not reason? Okay, so what does he mean? What is the prophet saying there? He's saying if you know what to do, you know to the level of do it. But do you forget that you should be doing this stuff yourself? Okay, to make it plain, this has been thousands and thousands of years of the wisest people who have ever lived across the board. Wise men, wise women, wise children. I could go on with quotes for another 3 hours. Here's the point. It is a part of human nature that there are things that we should do that we don't, things that we know we should be doing on a daily, weekly, monthly, annual basis to do to get to our goals. We don't, and then we don't get the result, and then we complain. It's not just you, but the people who are excellent, the people who are successful, like Miriam said, we don't worry about how we feel. We just do what we need to do. Period, point blank, end of story. I can't see it, but put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. And we've all been there, so don't get it twisted. We've all been there. You know you don't need to eat the donut. You want to get your weight loss goals, you eat the donut anyway. You get the gym membership and you never go. We get it. You're supposed to take your Slimmer Max and you don't. You're tired. You don't want to mix it. You don't want to make the vitality. We get it. You're not alone, okay? But you do have a choice today to decide to be great, all right? Now let me dive into the second half of this call, and I hope this is making sense. In order for you to really succeed, we talked about this last Sunday. We're going to talk about it this Sunday coming up as well. Several things, but you have to choose a new identity. And once you choose your new identity, the next thing that you need to do, and look, the devil is a lie. Look, my phone's trying to die, but I'm not going to let it die. Where's my charger? We're not going out like that tonight. The thing that you need to do is change your identity. But once you make a decision to have a new identity, and you can have a different identity in different parts of your life. You know, if you want to be an athlete, or you want to be a top network marketing, or you want to be a really, really great parent, or, you know, whatever it is, you have to choose. You're blessed with the opportunity to choose your identity as an adult in this world. You can choose who and what you want to be, but that's not enough. After you choose your identity, you have to find beliefs and actively look for beliefs that support your new identity. You have to look for beliefs that support your new identity. Okay? Beliefs. So what I'm going to do on just the next part of this call is I'm going to give you 10 myths These are 10 myths. These are 10 things that people think about network marketing industry, but it's not really true, but they think it. And this is going to help you on a subconscious level build your beliefs to have that new identity of being a top earner at this company. Okay. So myth number one, only extroverts can succeed. Only really talkative people who are really charismatic. Only extroverts can succeed in network marketing. That is a myth. There are many, many successful leaders who are introverts, and they build very, very deep businesses. They build amazing trust-based relationships, and it's really about authenticity. It's not volume, okay? It's not. One of my favorite mentors I've had, Tom Big Al Schreider. He is an introvert. He will tell you. He's a green personality that he will tell you. And he is one of the greatest network marketers who ever lived. The most prolific, best-selling network marketer of all time. Made so much in commissions that he bought the company he was a member of. And eventually, when he was ready to retire and move overseas to the islands to relax every day when he's not training, he sold the company, okay, for a whole lot of money. And it's still running today. Now, I don't tell people what the company was and is because people be trying to talk to them, try to join it and see if they even want to be a part of it. And we don't do all that. But the point is, you don't have to be an extrovert to succeed in this business. That is a myth. That is a myth. Okay. Number two, another myth of network marketing. You need to sponsor hundreds of people to earn. You need to really be a good salesman, and you need to sell tons of products, and you need to sponsor tons and tons of people in order to succeed. That's not true. In reality, a handful of committed people, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all right, 2 is the minimum, but 3, 4, 5, 6 will do it. A handful of committed partners plus duplication can create incredible depth and income. And in fact, our 4-step system, the franchise factor that Coach Marcus teaches each and every week, is based upon you just sponsoring the right 2 people. And they don't have to be rock stars in this industry. They don't have to be extroverts. We'll teach them anything they want to know if they want to learn it. Okay, so you don't need hundreds of people to make significant income. As in fact, a gentleman at our company who sponsored 6 people and 3 of them quit, and he still became a 6-figure earner. So just understand, it is very, very possible with duplication, okay, to create incredible depth and incredible income. Put a 2 in the chat if that makes sense as I move on to myth number 3. Myth number 3, products and network marketing are overpriced. They're overpriced, okay? That's not true, ladies and gentlemen. Please understand this. Quality products have real value, okay? A Rolex has real value. A Mercedes-Benz, a Ferrari, Bugatti, a Panini, they have real value. You got an incredible aged beef Wagyu steak from Delmonico's, okay? Or Del Frisco's in Dallas, Del Frisco Steakhouse in Houston, Texas. You got a steak that's over $150, $200 for a steak. And then you got the McDonald's steak bagel in the morning, okay? Products are not overpriced. Quality products have value, okay? Value. If you want value, there's a price for value because it costs more to acquire that quality of product, okay? Don't get a cheap tattoo. Don't get a cheap haircut. Don't need a cheap steak. That's how it goes, okay? And network marketing, our companies, many companies in this industry, offer truly competitive pricing when you factor in the quality of the product, okay? And then the bonus that you get, which makes it priceless, is the personal development and the community, okay? The community and the training and the teaching and the information that you get that has nothing to do with the product. It's amazing. And that's another reason why Dallas, Texas is going to give you over $5,000 in value. There are things that are going to be allowing you to experience live and in person in Dallas, Texas that will cost you thousands of dollars if you try to acquire it outside of Dallas, Texas. The amount of value you receive is so far in disproportion to the $50 event ticket price that I'm disgusted with myself for not charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars for the tickets like other network marketing companies do, when I know, because I hear this from other network marketing company leaders, that our events provide more training and more excellence and more teaching and more information and better equip you than any other network marketing event in the industry. And I hear that from people from other companies when they come to our events or they see our recordings. So understand that, okay? So the products here are very well priced. They could be way more based on what they do, okay? Number 4, the market in network marketing is saturated. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. There are always people looking for health, wealth, personal development, and community. I'm going to say that again. There are always people all around this world that are looking for health, they're looking for wealth, they're looking for community, they're looking for personal development, okay? People turn 18 every day all around the world. And trust me, those new 18-year-olds want to make money too, okay? Markets evolve, and the fresh voices, the real leaders, the people who look for excellence, they are always going to stand out. People are born every single day. Every single day, people are turning 18, ready to try new careers and try different things. Every day, people are getting fired or laid off somewhere in the world that want an opportunity. Every day, people are getting diagnoses from their doctors that saying they're obese, they need to lose weight, they don't need surgery, these harmful drugs, and that's the bottom line, okay? So to know the market's not saturated, that's a myth. Let me give you number 5. Only people who join early win, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Marcus was not the first person in this company. There were hundreds, if not thousands of reps before he joined. But he's still one of the top earners in this company. He's only the 3rd person to ever make over $1 million with this company. And there were hundreds, if not thousands of people that joined before him. Same goes for me. I know for sure thousands of people joined this company before I was there. And I was the first 6-figure earner with Go to Sana, and thousands of people were there before me. Okay, with HBN, I was the second $1 million earner, the first man ever to earn over $1 million with HBN. There were thousands of people there before I ever got there. It doesn't matter when you join as much as your effort matters. Your consistent effort matters. There are people who are joining today, who will be 6-figure earners in 2026. I kid you not. That's how powerful this opportunity is. You're already here, okay? So it's all about your consistent effort, your determination, okay? That's going to get you to the next level, the identity you choose, and the beliefs you use to build and feed your new identity until it truly becomes who you are. Number 6, network marketing is not a real business. That's a myth. In network marketing, you set goals, just like an entrepreneur in a quote-unquote real business. You buy overhead, just like in a real business. You manage a team. You handle finances, just like in a real business. You have customers that you need to support, and people who are, although they are not employees, they are coworkers, okay? Co-collaborating, co-creating with you, working with you, just like any business. It's entrepreneurship, and it's the last bastion of free enterprise in America is network marketing, okay? Number 7, you have to be pushy, okay? Absolutely not. No, that's not the truth. You must be pushy is a myth. Building relationships and offering people solutions is the key. I'm gonna say it again. Building relationships and offering solutions is the key. People buy from those people they trust, not sleazy salespeople. I'm very fond of saying this. I've never sold a product in my entire life. What I have done many times is I've shared products I believe in with people that I care about. That is my philosophy on selling, and that is why I will get more product into the marketplace than almost anybody in this industry, because I have no problem. In fact, it is a habit of mine. It is a habit of mine to share products and this opportunity, of course, products and opportunities I believe in with people that I care about, okay? That is how I get products into the marketplace, and you should try it, all right? It's relationship-based. If you believe in the product and you care about the person, you share it. It's a habit. That's a non-negotiable for me personally, and it's always worked, and I believe it always will work, because I'm giving people what they want, what they need, and what they want at the same time, all right? Number 8, all network marketing companies are pyramid schemes. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I graduated from the Southern University Law Center in the early 2000s with distinction. I won awards. I was a class rep. I worked at the legislature as an intern for 2 consecutive terms. Please understand, I understand the law. After that, I was in law enforcement for 10 years. 10 years, law enforcement. So just understand that I understand the law and how to write it and enforce it and all that good stuff. Pyramid schemes are illegal. Just understand that. A real company, a real network marketing company is going to sell a legitimate product, okay? The company sells a product. We can share it, but the company is in the business of getting products out there, so they do sell, okay? Just understand, a real company is going to have a real legitimate product that is paid for based on the value of the product. If someone puts money into the website, a product is shipped to their home, okay? If it's a pyramid scheme, there's no product there. It's just a scheme where people put money in and there's no actual product. There's no digital product. There's no physical product. There's no product. That is a scheme. That is illegal. That is not what this is. When you go to Walmart or shop at walmart.com or shop at amazon.com, the website takes money off the debit card and it sends you a product to your house. Okay? When you go to HBN or you go to Sana, guess what? The website takes money off the debit card and guess what? A product comes to your house. All right? That's called a business, not a pyramid scheme. Okay? Number 9, this is a good one. Number 9, a myth. You must quit your job now in order to be successful in network marketing. I've heard people say this, and I resisted the urge to body slam them immediately. Please understand, you can build this business, and in the beginning, you should build this business part-time. Many people, most people start alongside their job until their network marketing income is sustainable at the level where they don't feel like they have to work anymore. So please understand, do I do network marketing full-time? Yes, I do. Have I made millions of dollars? Yes, I have. But let's look at Coach Marcus. Coach Marcus has made more millions than I've made in this industry. And Coach Marcus, for the first 95% of his network marketing career, he had already made over $4 million when he was working part-time. He had already made over $4 million in commissions, and he had a full-time job, full-time. Okay, so please understand, you can do it either way. You can keep your job as long as you feel like it, all right? Or you can do like me, just jump off the porch and just make it do what it do, right? Because I didn't have a choice. And God blessed me to work really hard in this business. Last one I'll give you, all right, number 10. It's a myth, it's not real. I just want to give you some things to help build your belief. One no means never. When you hear a no, that means never. That's a myth, okay? No really means, not all the time, but a lot of times, no means not right now. They're not at high noon. They're not ready yet. So if you nurture the relationship, if you follow up, okay, their timing of their life will change everything. Okay, so please understand that. The timing of their life will change everything. A no doesn't mean never a lot of times. Sometimes it does. But most often I find that no means not right now. And I can only tell you after over a decade of doing this industry at a very, very high level, that's what I find in real life. People will circle back sometimes months and years later, to get involved in this opportunity with you. That's how important it is. That's how important your credibility is. That's how important it is that you understand that people are watching you all the time behind this business. Okay? So just understand, ladies and gentlemen, I got a teammate in a gas station bathroom across the street about to die. Phone's about to die. But don't have no kind of service whatsoever. So I'm on the phone dialing on this one. So I can't check the comments and things like that. If y'all have any questions, please put those in the chat. They're good questions. Miriam can, read them on there and I answer them for you. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done for the evening. We will see you tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time on the testimonial call, which is absolutely always fabulous. And I want to thank again Coach Marcus Jones and Miriam as well, one of our up-and-coming amazing leaders in the industry, for getting this call organized for us. And I hope that y'all took some value away tonight from human nature and just building your belief as well on your new identity. And we're going to pick that up with some more things related to that in our series on next Sunday. Okay? So Miriam, if you want to unmute, are we good to go? Anything you need, anything anybody needs, because I can't see any of the comments?
No, there's not anything. Just Coach Marcus reminding everyone tomorrow is this is how we start in our day call tomorrow night, our testimonials call. That is at 7.
Love it.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Central Time, so don't miss it. Same link.
Perfect.
Same
And
link.
tomorrow's also Matrix Money with Go to Sana. So if you decide to get paid tomorrow morning with Go to Sana, go ahead and put a one in the chat. I'm excited. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm excited. We put the work in over here. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Coach Marcus, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Cannot wait to see everybody in Dallas, Texas. We got some surprises that got put on the schedule today that are going to just really blow your mind. If you're online, you'll still love it, but if you're in person, I promise you it's going to change your life. Talk to y'all soon.